Hmm. What thought comes in your mind when you see this picture right now in front of your screen? Yes? What thought comes? My goodness, what a disorganized room. Nothing is kept in a proper order. Okay, well, let's see the next picture. Just a second. Yeah. Now, what will you say? This was already disorganized, and this one is like maha disorganized, you can say, right? Just look how disorganized it is. Like nothing is in a proper place. Somehow the person has kept his or her belongings in this really weird way, isn't it? I wonder that how is a person going to find the things when he or she needs it. All right, now let's go to the next picture. Wow. Now this is a completely different picture. What we can see here is that a completely organized table with the files kept in a proper place, with the colored pencils in an organized way. Wow, this is really like when you see after seeing such pictures, seeing such pictures, if you see this one, it's really soothing to the eyes and the mind also. And even this picture, you see the bed is properly organized and everything is kept in its proper place. Isn't it wonderful to see? So what has happened in this past, from the first picture to the last? What has happened is certain things were kept in a disorganized manner, and now it has been kept in a proper order. It has been categorized and then kept in its proper place, right? So in the animal world and plant world also, we have several animals, we have several plants. All right, but then what is going to happen is that we need to categorize them properly. Even microorganisms are there. We need to classify them properly and keep it in particular groups, right? Otherwise, you see, everything will be in this condition. In this condition, no one is going to understand anything. Okay, so today we are going to study the chapter 2, that is kingdom classification. So shall we start? I hope you all are ready. All right. So first and foremost, if I am to give a definition of the word classification, then this means what? Classification means what? To sort or to categorize, right? Or to form groups, isn't it? So this is what is all about the word classification. Now then, why do we need to classify and what are the advantages of classifying living beings is that you need not worry about this. This is on your page 21 of your Science Panorama textbook. So why do we need to classify things? First and foremost, when we classify things, then it becomes very easy to identify and study living organisms. Like in this picture, from this picture, if we go to this one, we can understand that things have been organized, and so we can also understand, okay, this is something file about insurance bill, invoices, personal, then comes a colored pencils. It becomes easy to study and understand, isn't it? So for in terms of your classifying also living beings, it becomes easy to identify and then study the living organisms. Okay, fine, done. Then next is identify new organism and place it in a particular group. So already you have formed a group. Now you find another similar kind of a plant or animal, and then you can very easily identify, oh, okay, so I have found a new organism, so I know where to put it in place, right? Suppose in your class, you all are already of class 7, right? A new student comes. Then what will happen is that in the office, the staff will ask that, okay, you have studied till which class in your previous school? The student will say till class 6 in the previous school. And then what? Then the new student will then be assigned which class? Class 7. Okay, how was it assigned? Because already we have a class 7 group. So now we know that, okay, a new student has come, he or she needs to go to class 7. So I mean, similarly, we identify new organism, a new student has been identified and then placed it in a particular group, and then placed it in class 7 group. Okay, similarly in case of classifying living things. Next, information about interrelation, origin, simplicity and complexity of organism is available. So like in your class, all the students are not equal. Each of you have a different personality. Okay, some of you are good in academics, but maybe not good in sports. Some of you may be very good in art and culture, like amazing piece of art you can do, but then maybe you are not so much interested in studies. So what is going to happen is that you can understand that, okay, even it's the same group, even if it's of class 7, there are several differences also. Okay, and so we understand that information about interrelation, origin, simplicity, interrelation, how the things are related, how class 7A are related to 7B and 7C, overall how is class 7. Then we understand origin, simplicity, how simple or complex everyone are or the organisms are. Okay, next we go to overview of characteristic of a particular group of organism. So when we classify living beings and group them, then what is going to happen is that, why are we grouping them? Because of the thing that similar characteristics have been found in each one of them, even though each one of you are different. I am talking of class 7. Each one of you are different, yet there will be certain similar characteristics, and so for that purpose each one of you are now in class 7. Similarly, when we classify living things, we also, it helps to understand, okay, this is a particular group of living organism, so they have this common traits. Understood? So this is like the advantages of classifying living organisms, and also it gives ideas about the development process of organisms. So like in class 7 we take exams and we understand that, okay, how far is class 7 progressing. Similarly, when we classify living things, we get to understand also that once upon a time this particular group of organism showed these characteristics, but over millions of years this particular group of organisms are showing another type of characteristics. Okay, so this is how the study takes place by the scientists, and you all can add several other points which you can study from page 21. Moving ahead, now we see the classification. So there is the first, two kingdom classification. Two kingdom classification was given by Carl Linnaeus. You have to remember the names of the scientists or the researchers of the classification system. So two kingdom classification was given by the Carl Linnaeus, and he classified all sorts of organisms into two parts. One is plantae and animalia. Plants and animals. These are what? Plants and animals. Okay, simple. But then Ernst Haeckel, he was also another scientist. He thought that Carl Linnaeus had divided organisms into two kingdoms, that is the plantae and the animalia. Yet there are certain organisms which cannot be included in either plant kingdom or animal kingdom. So what to do? So Ernst Haeckel came up with the three kingdom classification. And what did he do? Another kingdom of classification came out to be Protista. And what is this Protista? Protista consists of the microorganisms, algae, fungi, bacteria. Okay, these Protista could not be included in this plant kingdom or the animal kingdom. So then we had the three kingdom classification, which consisted of Protista, plantae and animalia. Next comes is your four kingdom classification given by Copeland. Okay, just a second. Copeland. four kingdom classification. Now what did he find? Then he found that okay, Carl Linnaeus, he did the two kingdom classification, grouped living organisms in two, that is the plants and animals. Then Ernst Haeckel came and then he gave the three kingdom classification. He made three classification in the form of protista, then plants and animals. But then Copeland thought that no, I mean there are certain organisms also which cannot be grouped in this protista also, this metaphyta, I mean the plants, or the metazoa, that is the animals. What to do? Then he thought that okay, let me make another classification, which is the Monera. These are completely prokaryotic organisms, that is they do not have prokaryotic organisms, that means no well defined nucleus. The nucleus is not well defined. Okay, so Copeland, he gave the classification as Monera, and then obviously this one was given by Ernst Haeckel and these two were given by Carl Linnaeus. Metaphyta means that plants, okay, and metazoa means animals. Understood? Okay, moving ahead, then comes R.H. Whittaker, and he told that no, there are also another set of organisms which cannot be grouped in either Monera, Protista, plants or animals, and that is the fungi. Okay, fungus. Okay, fungus or fungi. Okay, that is like, so he came up with the 5 kingdom classification and that is being continued till date. So we have the, let me erase the ink here, erase all ink on the board. So we have Monera, Protista, fungi, plants and animals. So this was given by whom? R.H. Whittaker, the 5 kingdom classification. So have you understood how this classification came about, from 2 kingdom by Carl Linnaeus to 3 kingdom classification by Ernst Haeckel, 4 kingdom by Copeland, and then the final 5 kingdom system by R.H. Whittaker. Okay, so please rewatch this video once again. Thank you.